All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shai, Ba'ashem Kodesh, the blessings to the elders and apostles of Grape and Stone, Shalom to the elect which in his word in truth and in sincerity, to the hope of receiving mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son. These so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the scriptures. I want to make it known that the RFID microchip is the charagma written about in Revelation 13 verse 16 on down, which is the MOTB. The miracle drug is the precursor to the MOTB. Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus, is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment as it is written. So as the video that I did, Esau is making his move. And a lot of people cannot see the move what Esau made because these moves are calculated, He's a cunning hunter. I'm going to say cunning hunter. Matter of fact, before me we bring out Revelation 12, let's go to Psalms 10, verse 7. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He laid in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He laid in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. And the net have been cast forth, because a war is going on. You see me right now, but you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are not being prepared for the battle. Your rulers, your leaders, for your politicians to these church pastors, they're not blowing the trumpet to warn you of what's going on, Ezekiel 13 verse 2 tell you about these times, This is Ezekiel 13 verse 2. Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel, that prophesy and say, though unto them that prophesy out of their own heart, hear ye the word of Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit, and have seen nothing. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the edge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of Yahweh. And this is what's approaching, but they're not blowing the trumpet so you can prepare for the battle that is at hand, because your enemy is laying out snares, It is written in Psalms 140. Let me get to this also before we run this clip. This is Psalms 140 verse 1. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man. And who is that evil man, Esau, Edom, and his allies, which imagine mischief in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for a war. And who is that war against? You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Others' poison is under their lips. Selah. Meaning if you listen to these lies, you're going to be caught in these tempests, in these snares. Keep me, O Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. The proud have hid a snare for me, and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me. Selah. So let's go to this clip right now.
This is terrible. It's really terrible. It's like the worst thing I've found so far. I mean, I really thought the ULEZ expansion was bad, but this is definitely worse. That's the end of freedom of movement in this country. Finished. By December 23rd this year, You ain't even going to be able to ride a horse through London without being tracked and charged for it. Good afternoon, we are back down to the river for another important video. If you thought the expansion of the ULEZ was going to be bad for motorists, then this makes it look like a picnic. This is the London Assembly's call for evidence on the future of smart road user charging, dated February 2023, and you can submit your replies.
And them talk about something similar to this while they're out here in Jamaica, yo. Because all of these cameras, wanna say, on these stop signs is coming up. They're gonna be fully activated, yo. So all of the things they wanna feel like say wasn't being seen. Wanna have a rude awakening, yo.
To this, but they have to be done by the 10th of March. That's weird, isn't it? Another government consultation with a tiny window upon which the public are allowed to comment. The London Assembly are basically saying, we want your ideas and your input on a new distance-based road user scheme. But they haven't actually said how the scheme will function. However, this document, the Green Light for Next Generation Road User Charging from 2019, lays it all out. And I have had my highlighter and my post-it notes out, and I'm going to explain to you what this means and how it's going to impact your car ownership. It's a very sunny day today. It's very busy down by the river. We've got the National Grid. We've got a load of kids running around. So bear with me on this one, because this is terrible. It's really terrible. It's like the worst thing I've found so far. I mean, I really thought the ULEZ expansion was bad, but this is definitely worse. So it's really important that you follow the instructions in the description to get your input, counted. Have your vote counted, basically. Register your opposition to this crap, because this is really bad news. I'm also going to take pictures of every page so you can see my notes and read it for yourself and see my highlights. And I'm going to put it on my website so you can digest it that way. So what we have the London Assembly saying we want to change the way we charge people to use the roads. And they're going to base that, I think, on this Centre for London study that was done in 2019. And I found out that the Centre for London study was financed by, drumroll please, C40 Cities. So that's Sadiq Khan's organisation that is pushing towards net zero that I've already shown is...
Brothers, can I look up these things, yo? C40 Cities, 15-minute cities. Look up these things so you get an understanding of what's coming, yo. Because out here in Jamaica, they have a new traffic acts, some new traffic acts in which their main goal is that people come to the point where them hate having a vehicle, yo. These are the times that we're heading in. One of the head of the World Health Organization, the World Economic Forum, Salakia, what was one of his statements, yo? We shall own nothing and be happy. If own nothing and be happy, yo, what kind of dream that in myself?
Financed by a load of nefarious organisations and people. They are financing the study that I think the London Assembly want to implement in the new road user charging scheme. Convoluted, I know, but wait till you hear how this scheme's going to work. You ain't even going to be able to ride a horse through London without being tracked and charged for it. So, London has always been a leader in transport innovation, but with a fast-growing population and economy, the capital now faces a number of road-related transport challenges. So this is the proposal, this is the research that was done by Centre for London. What they're going to do is they're going to lay out their reasoning for introducing a new system. Then they're going to tell us what the new system's going to do. Then they're going to tell us how it's going to work. And then at the end, they're going to sell us the benefits. So, why do we need to change the way roads are charged for in London? Congestion's been growing due to the reallocation of road space and population growth and the recent reversal of the longer-term decline in overall vehicle usage. So I have written there, why? Why has overall vehicle usage, why has the decline of overall vehicle usage reversed? Maybe get better public transport and then people will start to use their cars less. Also, congestion has been growing due to the reallocation of road space. What are they reallocating roads for? Roads are for driving on. They're not for putting planters on. They're not for putting benches on. Stop it, all of you, with your low traffic neighbourhoods. They don't work. They're a nightmare. We want roads for cars and for driving on, not for little outdoor seating areas on the middle of a highway. So yeah, they're taking our roads away from us, and then they're wondering why it's getting more congested. Traffic-related air pollution has remained consistently above legal limits, harming the health and well-being of all Londoners, particularly children. And I've written next to that, proof. Because as we well know from Sadiq Khan's recent actions, he just makes the numbers up as he goes along. If he wants to think that 40,000 people have died from air pollution, then that's what he says. But there's no evidence to back it up. Freedom of information request. You asked how many deaths are recorded in London as a direct result of car emissions. We said, thank you for your inquiry. 1. There's 1. Between 2001 and 2021, so 20 years, there is 1 death registered in London. Car dependency has led to a decline in physical activity and social connectivity. And next to that, I've quite simply written, balls. You can't blame the car for the fact that people don't want to do physical exercise, and you can't blame the car for a decline in social connectivity. You can blame social media for that. People would rather talk to each other through their phones than go and talk to people. As technology has progressed and we've become more connected as a species, we've become...
Basically, you see the stupidity behind it all, yo. Because people out here in Jamaica just believe, say, I just some new road traffic act this just a come into play. But this is something gonna be in every country and in every city, yo. Because this is their end goal, for people get fed up of cars due to these new legislation, these new laws being implemented, yo. And it might sound simple to most, but just watch it, yo. Just watch how the rest of this year play out. And I'm going to go for a precept right now. This is Revelation 12, verse 12. You read, Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And right now, the wrath get shown, but these are cunning moves on the chessboard, yo. If you're not seeing these moves, you're not really watching what's going on. So I just want to show you that small clip, showing you how that show that this is not just taking place in Jamaica, but this is also happening in the UK. And if you look up more countries, you could have seen it, yo. So hope this was edifying. That I want to say Kalalal, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakah Kodash, Shalom.